Yeah, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? How you guys doing? What's going on? Yeah, I'm here to talk about some real talk. Let's talk relationship real quick. Let's talk about something that you wish to know, you want to ask questions, go ahead and ask me questions, relationship questions, any kind of question you want to ask me regarding relationship, you know, let's talk real quick. How you doing today? Where you watch me from? Watch me for the first time. Let me know you watch me for the first time. My name is King Brian. You already know how we do it. Yeah, I think it's been a week and some change. I came on live today. I just felt like you know coming on live to say hello to you guys. What's going on? Where you watch me from, and tell me your name. Your location, and if there's any question you have to ask me right now, I'm ready to answer you right now. Um, let's talk on some relationship issue right now, marital issue, love issue, anything you want to ask me regarding relationship. I'm good to go. I'm sure you're good to go. Um, where you watch me from? What's your name? What's going on? Yeah, it's King Bright in the building. Let's talk. And ladies, if you're watching me right now, I want you to say watching. I want to see all the single ladies in the house. If you're a single lady, I want you to indicate single. If you're married, I want you to indicate married. There's something I want to really, touch on real quick before we go on to something else. But basically, this is about relationship. If you're a single lady, I want you to tell me single. If you're married, I want you to say married. If you're a single dude, I want you to say single. If you're married, I want you to say married. We want to talk on some real thought-provoking, educative, and informative, relationship topic right now that will really blow your mind like crazy. I want you to listen carefully. I want you to really open your mind and brainstorm with me. That way you can comprehend what I'm saying and know where I'm coming from and where we're going to. If you watch me for the first time, I want you to honestly indicate that you're watching me for the first time. I want to quickly acknowledge you right now before I move forward and talk about this issue that we're about to deliberate on real quick. Okay, where you watch me from? Where you watch me from? If you watch me for the first time, I want you to say you watch me. If you're a single lady, say single. I want to really inculcate, I want to really imbibe something in your mind and tell you what is really going on. Right now, I want to tell you, you're watching me as a single lady. I don't want you to miss this point. I want to really wait for one or two people to join us on this thought-provoking, informative issue right now. If you don't know, we've been doing live videos for years, and this is not the first time. If you watch me for the first time, tell me you're watching me for the first time. Perhaps you don't know what we're doing on this page, and you don't know how we roll and rock on this page, okay? I'm live from the United States of America. Tell me your location real quick and tell me where you're watching me from. Okay? If you're watching me single, let me know. If you're watching me married, let me know. I want to really, really shoot something to your mind real quick. Read the caption that will really drive you into what we're about to talk on real quick. Read the caption that will really broaden your mind. That will tell you, oh, we're talking about some real shit real quick. Okay, if you're watching me, tell me you're watching me. If you're single, tell me you're single. If you're married, tell me you're married. We want to talk on some real thought-provoking issue. Quick. First time you're watching me, okay, you're not going to regret this live video. This live video is going to be very, very informative. I can assure you. This is your first time, Germany, married. If you're married, let me know. If you're single, let me know. I want to tell you something real quick. Ladies, if you're watching me, this is perhaps going to be something new to you. This is going to be perhaps something you never heard before. This is perhaps something you don't know. And I'm about to tell you real quick. This is going to every lady watching me right now. This is going to every woman watching me right now. If you're watching me right now and you're not listening, you're missing. I don't want you to say, I don't want you to say, King Bright, repeat yourself. Now, I'm not going to repeat myself. On some real shit. Real talk. We're not playing no games. Straight up. I'm about to tell you this real quick. If you're single, let me know you're single. You're married, let me know you're married real quick. Share this video, like this video. I like when you share this video. I like when you like this video. It kind of tells me you really, really, you know what I mean, into this video. Okay? But I won't forget to appreciate every one of you who listen to my videos and share my videos, even though I kind of make you mad. I kind of make you go crazy sometimes, but it's worth it. Okay? Share this video, like this video real quick. I want to see more people watch this video. That way I can really shoot out what I have to say right now real quick without hesitation. You married? You single? Let me know. Let me know. You married? You single? Let me know. Share this video for me. How many of you shared this video yet? Ladies, if you're watching me, I want to tell you this real quick. In every man, there is a king and a fool in him. Mind blowing, innit? Mind blowing, right? Surprise? Unbelievable, right? You never heard this before, right? In every man you meet, ladies, if you're listening, open your ears, open your mind. If you're listening to me, ladies, for every man you meet, there is a king in him, and also there is a fool in him. Surprising and incredible, isn't it? Now, ask me a question. How do you know when you meet a king? And how do you know when you meet a fool? How do you get the king out of a man or get the fool out of a man? Then which one are you looking for in a man? The fool in him or the king in him? I know some of you watching me right now be like, oh, King Bright crazy though. I know some of you watching me right now, King Bright, man, this guy is cray. I know a lot of you watching me right now, what's this guy talking about? In every man, there is a king and a fool in him. How? How, right? Listen up. I'm about to tell you how. How would you know if you meet the king in a man or the fool in a man? And what would you do to get a king from a man or to get a fool from a man? You don't know, right? All you do is just say, hi, how you doing, Mike? Nice meeting you, Mike. How do you get a king out of him? Because he got both, though. He has both. The king and the fool in him. A lot of you don't know how. Ask me how. You see a man walking around the street. You see a man walking around saying, hi, girl, you look good. Have I met you before? Girl, you look beautiful. That is not the point right now. The point is that man that is telling you that man that is telling you hello, that man that is telling you you're beautiful, he has a king in him and a fool in him. It now depends on you as a lady that man is saying hi to choose between the king in that man or the fool in that man. You don't know, right? I know this is kind of strange to some of you, for real. I know this is strange to some of you. You never heard of this before. As a lady, how do you get the king out of that man? I want to see 10 people ask me how. How do you get the king out of that man? Because he has both, right? Remember, like I said, he has the king and the fool in him. How do you get the king out of him? Ask me how. I want to see 10 people say, how do you get a king out of a man? For the fact that he has the king and the fool in him, it's kind of complicated and confusing for every lady out there to know what she's looking for in a man. Because if you don't direct yourself to where the king is, you end up getting the fool. I don't think there's any lady right here who wants the fool in a man. You can get the king and not the fool. How? I want to see 10 people ask me how. How do you get the king out of a man? You're asking me. I want to see. How do you get a king out of the man that you just met? You don't know how, right? I will tell you how. I want to see more people ask me how. Can you share this video for me real quick? I want to see people join this live video. We're talking on some real shit right now. We're talking on some real discussion right now. If you're single, let me know you're single. If you're married, let me know you're married. This basically is for all the women in the house watching me right now. How do you get a king out of a man? It will shock you. It will surprise you. And it will blow your mind. That it's very easy to get a king out of him. But a lot of you don't know how to get this king out of this man. Now it becomes a problem for you to be in a relationship with the king that you met. Because you're not recognizing the king when you meet one. When you meet a fool, you still do not know that you're dealing with a fool. You don't know. How do you know a king in a man, and how do you get it out? I will tell you real quick now. One of the ways to know the king in a man, if you meet a man right now, you know this is the king. You have to be a queen. Queen recognize kings, innit? And queens recognize fools. If you're a queen, it's easy for you to spot a king. If you're not a queen, you can't spot a king. You will mistake a fool for a king because you can't give what you don't have. If a king passes by you and you're not a queen, you can't attract him. You can't, because you're not a queen, because you are a fool. If the fool in you as a queen or as a lady is forefront before a king, it will attract. It will not attract, because he is a king and you are displaying your own fool before the king. The king in that man is not going to acknowledge your own fool. The queen in you is the only thing that will attract the king in that man. So if you're not a queen as a lady, you can't attract a king. No way. Only a king will see a queen and acknowledge a queen. When the fool, as a man, sees a queen, he will never acknowledge her. You know why a lot of relationships don't work these days? I will tell you why. Because you are a queen as a lady, you're dealing with a fool in a man. Because you're so shallow-minded as a queen not to see that you've been dealing with a fool. Meanwhile, the king in him is watching you like this, girl. What's up with you, girl? Why are you dealing with the fool in him? Then how do you get the king in a man? Very easy. Very easy. How do you get a king in a man? Very easy, but complicated at the same time. Very easy to know if you are attracting a king. But remember what I said, charity begins at home. Abi? Not be charity, they start from home. You have to be a queen to get a king. If you're a fool, you attract fools. A lot of you ladies are queens. You know who you've been dealing with. You've been dealing with fools. And you are a queen, you don't have a king. It won't work. How do you carry yourself as a queen? Do you carry yourself cheap? Do you sell yourself cheap? That's not a trait. That's not one of the traits of a queen. Queens are not cheap. Queens are not desperate. Queens don't beg for love. Queens don't seek no attention. Queens don't buy validation. Queens don't have no self-esteem. Queens don't beg for no man to be in her life. Queens are queens because they know they have what it takes for a king to acknowledge them. So they sit and watch the king to approach them. They don't approach kings. A king walks around and looks for his queen. Amongst 100 women, a king knows who is the queen. Queens don't force it. Queens don't cry for nothing. Queens relax because she knows she's the queen and the king is coming to her. One of the traits of queens. But if you're a fool as a woman, you attract the fools in men, not the king in men. You attract the fools in men that will ruin your life as a queen. But because you're a fool, you don't know what it takes to bring out the king in a man. So you begin to bring the fools in a man to ruin your life. Your position begins to be stagnant, no movement. Like I said, the caption says it all. In every man, there is a king and a fool. So as a lady, what are you looking for? Are you looking for a king or you are looking for a fool? How do you get a king? You get a king by being a queen. How do you get a fool? You get a fool by being a fool. As a lady, how do you know when you meet a king? A king will treat you like the queen that you are. A king will never allow you to force for him to love you. A king will leave you to carry yourself as a queen. You being a queen, you don't beg for attention. Then when you're dealing with a fool, you beg for attention because you are a fool that's attracting a fool in a man, not a king in a man. You cry for love. You cry for attention. You seek validation in all places. Everywhere you go, you're seeking attention. That is not a trait of a queen. That is the trait of a fool in a lady. Once you're a queen, it radiates. People say it. When I say people say it, I mean the kings say it, not the fools. Remember, in every man, there's a king and there's a fool in him. So it depends on you. The choice is yours. Which are you looking for? Are you looking for the king in a man or are you looking for the fool in a man? How do you act to get a king? How do you act to get a queen? How do you act to get a fool? How do you act to get what you're looking for? A king will never get the fool in a woman. Kings will attract queens. Queens will attract kings. There's no two ways about it. There's no negotiation. If you're a queen in the house, I want to hear you say, I'm a queen. I want to see 50 people say, I'm a queen. If you believe in your heart that you're a queen, I want to hear you say you're a queen. I want to see all the queens in the house. Give me a heart real quick. All the queens in the house, I want to see you give me a heart. I want to see you say, I'm a queen. It's very simple. I've said it before. I'm going to say it again. If you're listening to me right now, please listen good. In every man, there is a king and a fool in him. So as a lady, how do you know which one to attract and how do you know which one you attracted already? How do you recognize the king in a man and not the fool in a man? How do you get the king in a man, not the fool in a man? Number one step is you as a lady, you must be a queen to acknowledge the king in a man, to attract the king in a man. If you are not a queen, you attract the fool in a man. How do you know that man is a king? He treats you right. He gives you true love. He does not play no games. He comes to you. He don't let you beg for love. He don't let you beg for attention. A king acknowledges a queen. How do you know you're dealing with a fool? You cry all night. You don't have rest of mind, no peace of mind. You beg for attention. You pay for love. You crave for validation. That is the fool in you that is acting up. Not the queen trait. If you're a queen, I want you to say, don't be shy, don't be ashamed. Say, I am a queen. That is what queens do. Queens don't get shy for nothing. Queens are not ashamed of themselves. Queens are confident. Queens are bold. Queens know themselves. Queens don't beg for love. Queens don't beg for validation. Queens don't beg for attention. Queens know their positions. That is what queens do. If you're watching me for the first time, let me know you're watching me for the first time. Attract your king in a man, not a fool in a man. If a man approaches you right now, you can't tell if he has the king coming out of him if you are not a queen. It's simple. If a man is approaching you right now, you can't tell if the fool is approaching you. You cannot. For you to be on the safe side, you have to be in your queen mood to acknowledge the king coming out. So if the king is not coming out, you rebel and you repel the fool coming out of him because it will never attract. If you are a queen, you chilling, and the man approaches you, hey girl, what's up? How you doing? You look good. Girl, it looks like I've seen you before. Girl, is this your first time in this neighborhood? You look at him like, man, this man got the fool in him coming out. This guy is a fool. You won't pay him no mind because you know he has the fool coming out of him right now. A guy approaches you like, girl, how you doing? I like your hair. Girl, you look fat as shit. Girl, man, I like your ass. Girl, your boobs look good. Girl, man, I feel like taking you home right now. Girl, how much for the night? You know that fool in him is coming out. You won't pay him no mind. You know why? Because you're a queen that is looking at the fool in him approaching you. You rebel towards it. You can't hide. But when a king approaches you, girl, how you doing? Good evening. How you doing? Do I know you somewhere? I think I've met you before. Well, this is my first time. He talks in a manner where you could tell he has respect for you. He's not approaching you talking about your body, shape, size. He's not approaching you talking about sex. He's not approaching you talking about your number right away. You know this man is a king that is not in a hurry to impress you. You know why he's not in a hurry to impress you? You know why he's not talking about your boobs, your ass, and your body? He's a king. He knows the queen will not like such conversation for the first time. He knows that a queen has to be respected, not talking about her body part. When a king approaches you, you could tell he's a king because you're a queen listening to him, not a fool listening to a fool. Who is watching this video? Share this video for me real quick. I know a lot of you will see this caption right now saying, in every man there is a king and a fool. And some of you will be like, what is going on? Why would King Bright say fool and the king? How is that possible? A king in a man and a fool in a man? Yeah. Both of them in him. That is why it's confusing for some of you women to choose. You know why? Because you're a queen dealing with a fool. Or you're a fool dealing with a queen, a king. It's not going to work out. And you wonder why your ex-boyfriend is dealing with another woman and the relationship is flourishing. It's because you were a fool, you're dealing with a king that was never meant to be because you don't know how to deal with a king. He met the next woman that is a queen that acknowledges him to be a king. You were a fool, you don't know what to do with a king. Fool in a woman cannot have anything to do with a king in a man. A fool in a woman would disrespect the king in a man. The fool in a woman can never know the importance and values in a king. A woman that is a fool would disrespect and would never listen to a king in a man. You know why? You being a fool as a woman, you don't even know the value and the importance of being a king. Talk less of you knowing that you're supposed to respect a king. Talk less of you knowing that you're supposed to appreciate a king. You're not even a queen yet. So why do you even bother to date a king? You don't even know how to handle a king. You have to leave a king for a queen to deal with. So when I say in every man, there is a king and a fool in him. A lot of you don't understand. I've said it. You have to be a queen to recognize a king. The king part of a man is what you as a queen can deal with. Because both of you have something in common. If you're a fool as a woman, you can't deal with a king. If you're a fool as a man, you can't deal with a queen. It will never work. Queens don't settle. Queens don't feel pity for love. Queens don't love because, oh, hey, yeah, oh, maybe, oh, let me pity, oh. Queens know their stance. As a queen, you have your self-respect intact. As a queen, you have your self-values intact. As a queen, you know what a king is. And you know how to treat a king. So don't come around crying, talking about you can't find a relationship because you're busy looking for a king. Meanwhile, you don't have a queen in you. All you bringing out is the fool in you. Likewise, a man that is a king can't deal with a fool in a woman. But a man that is a fool will try so hard to deal with a queen. It's not going to work. It won't work because the queen will always find it difficult to cope with the fool in you as a man. On some real talk now. Where are you watching me from if you're watching me for the first time? Who is watching me for the first time? If you're single, say you're single. If you're married, say you're married. Where are the beautiful women in the house? Are you a queen? That's the question now. Are you a queen? That's the question now. If you are not a queen, a man that is a king cannot cope with you. It's not a rocket science. It's simple to understand that a king reasons differently from a fool in a man. So if a king is approaching you as a woman, you have to be a queen for him to understand you and for you to understand him. But if the fool in you as a woman is coming out, the king will run. The king will rebel. The king will not understand you at all. Kings recognize queens, and queens recognize kings. Kings don't like fools in women, and queens don't like fools in men. In every man, there is a queen, there is a king, and a fool. In every woman, there is a queen and a fool. Which one are you looking for as a man? Which one are you looking for as a woman? Who is a queen? Who is a queen? A queen is a beautiful woman in her own way. A queen is a confident woman. A queen is a woman that believes in herself. A queen does not beg for attention. A queen does not beg for love. A queen does not lower her standards. A queen knows what she's looking for. A queen is looking for a king, not a fool in a man. A queen knows her self-worth. A king knows his self-worth. A king appreciates the presence of a queen, not a fool in a woman. A king acknowledges a queen when he sees one. A king knows when to go for a queen that he sees. Who is a queen in the house now? Let me know. And if you're a king in the house, indicate. Who is a queen? Don't be shy. Don't be ashamed of you saying you're a queen. You are. You are a queen. Don't think you're not. I don't think any one of you is a fool. I know I'm talking to kings and queens in here right now. Where is the queen right now that I'm speaking to? Let me tell you some of the things that queens are looking for. A queen is looking for a man that can hold a queen and say, "You are my queen. I will trade you for nothing." Let me tell you what a king is. A king is a man that provides. A king is a man that will respect a queen. Let me tell you who a king is. A king will love a queen with no conditions. A king respects a queen. Who else can tell me who a king is? What are the attributes of a king? A king has self-respect. Keep the list going. Let's keep naming who a king is. Then we'll go for the queens. A king appreciates a woman that is a queen. A king never disrespects a queen. A king never allows a queen to beg for love. Keep naming. Who do you think a king is? Tell me. I want to read comments now. Who is a king? A king knows his position. A king is a good listener. I like that. Smiles Odua. Who is a king? A king doesn't beat his wife. Good job. Keep naming, keep naming. Let's talk about the king now. A king is a man of his words. Keep naming who a king is. A king is only looking for a queen. Akaraka says, a king is the one that loves a queen with her thoughts. Good job. A king will love you with no conditions. Eunice says, a king is the man who does not run from his responsibilities. That's who a king is. A king provides. I said it before. Mary says a king doesn't have complex, does not have complex. And King Barry said a king cherishes queen and respects her. Absolutely. Osareme said a king cannot be a drunkard. Good. A king is no man's boy. I love this. Keep telling me who a king is. Osareme Rika says a king does not come home so late without good reasons of staying out so late. Good, that's who a king is. Chinwendu says a king don't get angry with his queen. Absolutely, I love this. Keep it coming, man. Smiles Odua say a king is a man that cannot read body language. That can read body language. I love this. A king cherishes queen. A king first eats very good without pretense. I love this. Who is a king? We're coming to the queen though. We're talking about a king now. Preacher says a king is someone that will love you for who you are. Absolutely. A king does not have a reason why he's loving you. A king stands by his words. Absolutely. Brooklyn says the crown of a king can never be given to a baby. Absolutely. Carl Brain says a king stays in power to death. Absolutely. I love this. Keep it coming, bro. Keep it coming. A king is not a pushover or mommy's boy. Talk to me, girl. Talk to me, girl. A king doesn't mess around. Absolutely. Bring it on. Bring it on. Bring it on. Bring it on. Who is a king to you? We're coming to the queens. We'll talk about the queens really soon. A king is a man who doesn't deserve a fool in a lady but respect the king and keep this queen all to himself and never give her reason to cry. Absolutely. King Barry, I love this. I love this. I love this. I love this. Who is a king to you? Who is a king to you? Talk to me. Talk to me. Where are the kings and the queens in the house? Talk to me. Who is a king? Let's keep it coming. Let's keep it rolling. A king is not supposed to be mommy's boy. I love that. I love that. I love that line. Smile Odua says a king is a man that faces issues and face it. Absolutely. I love this. That is who a king is. Mary Kahe says a king is faithful and loyal to his wife. That is who a king is. Who is a king? Who is a king? Let me know. Chinwendu says a king go to war just to save the queen. Who will be my queen? That is a good one right there, bro. A king provides, protects. king carry his queen along in all decisions. I love that, girl. I love that, Akaraka. I love that, man. A king don't cheat. I love this, man. A king is a man that is not selfish. Stop playing, man. I love this. I love this. Pretty Annie said the king is the one who work hard to make his lady smile. Now you talking. That's who a king is. A king don't go for nothing less. A king want to make sure he's a king and take charge. That is who a king is. That is who a king is. Keep telling me, keep telling me. Keep telling me. Keep telling me. The king is never a coward. I love that absolutely. That is coming from Destiny's Wisdom. Princess Igu says the king gives princess money in account. Yes, king take care of business. King take care of his woman. Yes. Akaraka said a king is the one who put his family first. I like this, Kim Berry. A king is not supposed to be like what his friends ask him to be, but be himself and ready to protect and stand as a man, because he's writing that a king is the head. Okay, because he's written that the king is the head and not a boy, or do as I say by friends. I love that, Kimberly. Kimberly, where you from, Kimberly? I love that. I love that, man. I love that. Precious Smile says the king is a man that is matured and respect his woman in all things, all ways. That is who a king is, bro. A king is a man that take up his responsibilities. That is who a king is. Absolutely. Absolutely. Who is a king to you? A king is not biased. A king respects a woman. A king is responsible and ready to face any challenges that comes his way. I love that. If a king cannot overcome challenges or combat challenges in his house, he keeps the queen vulnerable. He keeps the queen wide open to be preyed on. So a king must face challenges and protect his house, his family, his queen, to make sure everybody is safe. That is who a king is. A king don't live with a woman. A king don't move into a woman's house. A king do not take money from women. A king does not live off women. A king does not play women of their money just because he's trying to give them love. A king don't do that. A king is a man of a few but concrete words. Absolutely, I love that. Smiles Odu, I keep busting my head with this. Please, let me read it again. A king is a man of a few words but concrete. Pretty Catchy say a king makes his woman and kids his utmost priority. Bella Brace say a king is the man who does not compare his queen with another. That is who a king is. A king sees the wife, sees the girl as everything. Nobody out there comes close. That is who a king is. A king does not compare. So very soon we're going to who a queen is now. A king, Emmanuel is saying a king is the man that solves all his family problems. Absolutely. A king, Precious Mind says, a king is not afraid of the unknown. He controls his emperor with wisdom. A king is the one that does not compare. I love that, Bella Bray. I love that. So who is a queen? Let's go for the queens now. A queen has self-value. A king must make sure a queen has self-respect. Who is a queen? Let's talk. A queen loves herself. A queen does not beg for love. Who is the queen? Let's go for the queens now. Let's go for the queens. Who is the queen? Who is the queen? We talked about the king. Let's talk about the queens. Who is the queen? A queen has self-love. A queen look at herself and be like, yeah, I'm a queen. I need a king around me, not fools. A queen does not beg for attention. Miss Man says a queen knows her value. A queen is humble. I love that. I love that. A queen is humble. I love that. I love that. I love that. Let me go read it again. Oh, shit. Tamara Hebert. A queen is humble. Not because you're a queen, you disrespect people. Not because you're a queen, you disrespect your king. A queen must have that humbleness in her. I love that. A queen is humble. You got it. That is who a queen is. I love that. A queen don't beg for love. Good. A queen knows who she's looking for and her values and what she's attracting. She's not going to be out there begging and crying for love. No, queens don't do that. Who is a queen? I'm asking you. I'm reading comments. Who is a queen? Pretty Kachi says, a queen puts his king first in everything she does. You know what we're talking about right now. Absolutely. Now, I believe you know what we're talking about. A queen knows in her mind that there is a king in her life that she must tell and account of everything that's going on in that kingdom. Enough said. That's who a queen is. Who is a queen? Queen is a woman that never settles for less. Good job. Queens don't settle. Queens don't look at people and be like, oh, Nkechi is married. Let me hurry up and marry. Queens don't do that. Queens don't compete with no fools. Queens don't compete. You're already a queen. What are you competing for? You don't have to compete anymore. You have no point to prove anymore. You're a queen. You know. And when people see you, they know they can't compete with you because you're a queen. Who is a queen? She must love herself first. Share this video for me. Listen, I love that very line. A king cannot love a queen that doesn't love herself. So what does that tell you? A queen must love herself first. I love that. Who says that? Precious Smile. Yeah. Queen make a home. That's what we're talking about. You guys know what we're talking about already. A queen makes a home. Builds a home. King don't make no home. King don't have time to make a home. Queens are the ones that nurture. It's from birth. It's natural. Queens take care of the home while the kings are out there fighting battles. King Betty says the queen is a warrior of her own self and have self-value of her own self and get to make decisions that make a king want to keep her to himself as a queen. As a queen. As a queen. I love that. I love that. Who says that? Who? King Betty. Let me read it again. So sweet to read. I want to read again. King Betty says a queen is a warrior. I love this. I love this. I love this. I love this. A queen, this is coming from King Berry. Oh my God. Which kind of mama bond is it? Who is your mother that gave birth to you? King Berry. A queen is a warrior of her own self and have self-value for of our own self and get to make decisions that makes a king. Ooh. Wants to keep her to himself as a queen. Then she ended it with, she is submissive. That's who a queen is. A queen does not let the crown sink into her head. No. A queen carries the crown like an egg. That crown must not break. That crown must not fall. That crown must be there like an egg. So when the queen is carrying the crown and it sinks into your head, you begin to think the other way around. A queen carries a crown like a clay pot that when it breaks, everything is shattered. That's who a queen is. Who is a queen? Let me know. Pretty Catchy say a queen is respected. I'm dealing with intelligent people right now. I'm reading comments and beginning to think more deeply of what the discussion is all about now. A queen is a respected and mature woman that knows her what's. Pretty Catchy. Keep busting my head, Pretty Catchy. Go ahead. Anointed Destiny Child says a queen needs to be loved. If you don't love your queen, she's going to leave. Love for queens is like water to flowers. So as a queen, you need love. As a king, you must love your queen. Who's the queen? Keep telling me. Queens do not beg for marriage. Who marriage help? Queens don't beg for marriage. Oh my God. Queens do not beg for marriage. Even the fools don't even beg for marriage anymore. Talk less of the queens. Queens don't beg for marriage. Nikki Nest says a queen has an aura of honor and value in Who said that? Who commented that? Let me see. Nikki Nest. Ebony says a queen has an aura of honor and value in humility. I love that. That's who a queen is. Marika Hill says, let me read. A queen is self-sufficient. A queen is content. That is the meaning of self-sufficient. Contentness. She makes her own money and darkens her bank account with her own hard work. A queen is not looking for a man. Just to sleep around with, to make money. A queen does not sell her body for money. Read that comment again from Mary Kahi. Mary E says the queen values herself. Very easy, very simple. A queen knows who she is. You're not going to say nothing to a queen that she doesn't know already. If you tell a queen you're beautiful, a queen knows. You're telling a queen she's beautiful like she don't know, she knows. A queen knows she's beautiful, so nothing you're telling her right now that's going to make her head blow off. Nothing that will make a queen feel like, oh, shit, this guy said I'm beautiful. A queen knows. It's not new. Precious Man says a queen sees herself as a unique being, self-respected. That's what we're talking about. If you don't respect yourself, I won't respect you. Charity, they say, begins at home. You can't get what you don't give. I don't know. Christiana says, a queen must not beg for attention, stay humble. That's who a queen is. Keep it coming. Let me see who a queen is. A queen knows a princess. You talking to me? Yeah. Hell yeah. A queen is not proud. Yeah, a queen is humble. He's not proud. She's not. Why is she proud? The whole world already knows she's a queen. Godwin Ritter said, a king is that man who does not run from his responsibility. Over a king, now we're talking about a queen. Godwin Ritter, let's go. A queen has power of a king. Gima Smith. Ooh. Destiny Wisdom said, a queen is unbuilder. Oh my God. What do you gain from a woman who can build a home? Nothing. Enough of this sex, because everything online now that people are talking about. If your woman cannot build your home, make it carry the big nyash and the big breast, go one corner. We're talking about a home builder. You're talking about big ass. Who big nyash? We're talking about a home builder. Destiny builder. You're talking about bodybuilder. We're not talking about bodybuilder. It's overrated. Tell me more. Who is the queen? Nehemiah Akbot says, having a friendly or generous nature or attitude. That is what we're talking about. A queen is somebody that you see, you'll be so pissed. You'll be so happy and relaxed to approach her because she's so receptive. Because if a queen is not receptive, people cannot approach her. With the receptive spirit, it makes you want to say hi to a queen, want to approach a queen. A queen is not proud, absolutely. Smiles do. A queen knows the value of a king. Yep. A queen is a woman that knows that she's under a king. Absolutely. A queen loves a man wholeheartedly no matter what happens. That's who a queen is. Mary is a queen can be intimate. Let me pin it. This is one thing I'm looking for, man. Pin this comment. You see the comment I just pinned? Says it all. You see the comment I just pinned? You see the comments? Mary E. Adetiloye Emmanuel says a queen cannot be intimidated. By who? Who will intimidate a queen? Nobody. Not even you. Not even her king. Not her family members. Not her friends. Not her colleagues. Not her co-workers. A queen cannot be intimidated. It's right there on the screen. I just painted it because it's mind-blowing. A queen don't compare her man with, oh my God. Now I see one that beats the other one now. I paint it now. Oh my God, this is the final bus stop. A queen don't compare her man with other men. Once you're a queen and you're dealing with a king, it's a match. It's a wrap. There's nothing else you're looking for. There's nothing else comparable. You are in your last bus stop. You found that king is a wrap. It's done. Only a fool in a woman that is dealing with a fool in a man is busy looking for the king in a man because she doesn't have it. So if you're a queen dealing with a king, you have it. So what are you looking for? Nothing. Nothing. A queen not keep secret from his king. Hell, if you keep secret from your king and he finds out, you no more the queen, the crown will be taken away from your head because you're a liar. A queen have dignity for herself. Absolutely. It radiates. If you're a queen and you have dignity, people see it. A queen is a woman that built her home with peace and love. A king having a friendly and generous nature or attitude. A queen protect her home like mother hen protect her chicks. Oh my God. A queen brings out the imperfect in her man. That's who a queen is. I need a king. You must be a queen if you're looking for a king. Because if you're a fool, the only thing you get from a man will be what? Is a question. If a woman that is a fool is looking for a relationship, what will she get from that man? The king in the man or the fool in the man? Question. What would a fool in a woman get in a man? The king or the fool in a man? That is the question I'm asking right now, because somebody is saying, I need a king. Are you a queen? Because if you're a fool, you can't get a king. You get a fool in that man. Like I said, every man has a king in him and a fool in him. Queen is full spiritual wisdom. I love this, Tamara Hibbert. It's full of spiritual wisdom, not just for the physical. Sharon said, let me see. Pretty Kachi said, a queen is a role model. Yeah, people look up to a queen. People look up to a king. People look up to a queen. A queen is a role model to somebody. King is a role model to somebody. When the decision making at the battlefield is too hard for the king secretly seeks the opinion of a real queen. Absolutely. Real talk. A king stands his right to defeat his opponent. Good. A queen is well grounded to the point where everyone wishes to be there or here. I like that. 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 A queen builds a home. I like that. A queen is not insecure because she has undiluted self-love that protects her love in the king. She has divine intuition over her king. Case closed. Case closed. This is the last bus stop now. Nikki Nest. I want to read it again. Nikki Nest says, a queen is not insecure because she has undiluted self-love that protects her love in the king. She has divine intuition over her king. Oh my God. Nikki Nest, you killed this. You killed this, Nikki Nest. I want to read it again. A queen is not insecure. And she moved on and said, because she has undiluted self-love that protects her love in the king. She has divine intuition over her king. Ooh. Ooh. Absolutely. 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 Precious man says, a queen is a prayer warrior. Ooh. Puts her family in the hands of God. She goes to God in prayers when there is a problem. Ooh. A queen doesn't worship human being. A queen doesn't pray to human beings. A queen does not bow for human beings. A queen bows to God in times of trouble and issues, crises. A queen is a woman with soft and awesome words that heals the heart of the king. Oh my God. That is who a queen is. So let's go. Who is a fool now? Who is a fool? A fool is a man or a woman who does not know his or her left from right. We've talked about who a king is. We've talked about who a queen is. Now we're talking about who is a fool. A fool is the one that doesn't know when to call it quits. A fool is the one that doesn't know what he or she is looking for. A fool is the one that cry for validation, that crave for attention, that always want to make sure that people notice her or him. A fool only attracts fools in men and women. A fool does not have this crown. You crazy? Who's going to give a fool that crown? That crown is meant for kings and queens. A fool will continue to beg for love, beg for sex, beg for attention. That's who a fool is. Who is a fool? A queen is optimistic. Absolutely. Hell yeah. Who is a fool? A fool is a man or a woman who does not know what he or she is looking for. A fool will love the wrong person and continue to be in that relationship even when it's open clearly that is not working out. A fool will never understand when somebody is using him or her. A fool will always attract a fool that will ruin his or her life. A queen does not settle. I like that statement right there. Who is a fool? Let's talk. King Barry, you killing me with these comments. King Barry says a fool is a man or a lady who wants what a man gets, but a queen drive a king. A fool is that human with low self-esteem. Ooh. Queens are women who have strong moral compassion with values that they live their lives by every single day. Queens are women who don't care about the ignorant opinion of others. They know that, let me see this comment. They know that as long as they have love, respect for themselves, then no one else matters. Who is a fool? Let's talk. A fool is somebody that doesn't see any value in here. A fool is somebody who does not even value herself or himself. A fool can never be with a queen. A fool can never be with a king. A fool will never attract a queen. A fool will never attract a king. A fool attracts a fool. And both of them will keep fooling themselves till the foolishness is over. A fool is one that uses their insecurities as van to pull others down. Let me pin this comment right here. This comment coming from Smiles Odua. He says a fool is one that uses their insecurity to pull others down. Ooh, bro. I love that comment. I pinned it already. A fool is the one who does not know his or her values. I love that. That is who a fool is. A fool is a person who settles for less because she wants to be slave lady, but a queen fights and build up a king and make a king be a king and not just a... Ooh. Mary E says a fool never admit to their mistakes. Let me paint this real quick. A fool never admits to their mistakes. I'm learning too. I'm learning from you guys too. Yes, I'm picking clues too. I'm picking clues. A fool never sees the good in people, rather thinks they know it. You guys are busting my brain right now, for real. You guys are really busting my brain. A fool is one who doesn't see or appreciate the best in others. A fool never admits to their mistake. I love that. Ooh. So if you're watching me right now, I hope you understand that in every man there is a king and a fool in him. A fool will never have no self-dignity at all. You want to follow my Instagram real quick? Follow my Instagram. I want to do a giveaway on Instagram as many people as I can. If you follow my Instagram, let me know. I want to do a giveaway real quick. My Instagram handle is right there, King Bright Official. A fool is someone who is wise in his own eyes, not knowing that he's a fool. Who is this? Gamer Smith. I'm not avoiding you. I'm reading comments. You say, why am I getting avoided? You're not being avoided, ma'am. I appreciate you. You're a queen. You're a queen, Gamer. Okay? Gamer Smith. You're a queen, girl. A fool is someone who sees the downfall of someone else but never themselves. Let's go on Instagram. I want to give something to people real quick. I want to do a giveaway on Instagram real quick. If you want to follow me on Instagram, it's King Bright Official. Follow me on Instagram. Thank you for watching. Thanks. I appreciate you. Thank you for watching. Thanks. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you. So please, if you're watching me, know as a lady, you know that every man that comes your way has the fool and the king in him. I said earlier how to know the king or the fool in a man, and how to get the king and how to get the fool. You must be a queen to get a king out of a man. If you're a queen, you will get a king because you see the fool and run away. Queens only go for kings. Queens don't settle. Queens don't give men money for love. Queens don't pay for sex. Queens don't let men come into their house and leave. Queens don't even beg for attention. Queens don't cry for love. Queens know that a king will come and acknowledge them. But fools will never know when to let go. Fools will never know what to love and what not to love. Fools will never know when he or she is being used by a king or a queen. Queens will see a king and know that they're dealing with the right person. A king will appreciate a queen and a queen will appreciate a king. A king will attract only a queen and a queen will attract only a king. Fools don't come around queens. Fools don't come around kings. If a fool of a woman meets a king of a man, she won't know what to do with a king because she's not used to the attributes of a king. The traits of a king will chase her away. And the man that is a fool cannot even handle a queen because a queen will chase him away. A queen will display so many characteristics that will make a king be like, oh yeah, this is a queen. But a fool will not know. That is who a king is. That is who a queen is. Join me on Instagram real quick. Let me do giveaway on Instagram. Let me just do giveaway on Instagram for some of you living in Africa. King Bright Official, okay? King Bright Official, if you're following me. If you're following me, King Bright Official. I want to credit. I don't know. I will do a live video tomorrow of giveaway on Facebook. But if you want to join me on Instagram right now, follow my Instagram. Let's do some giveaway. But I'll be on Facebook tomorrow. Okay? Thank you for watching me. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for telling me some of the things that you feel a king should be doing and a queen should be doing. I want to say I appreciate you. I want to say thank you. I want us to share this video. Bye for now. See you guys some other time. Come over on Instagram. Let's talk real quick on Instagram. Okay? Bye for now.